Let me show you all camera settings that we have available on the Xiaomi 17. So in order to access camera settings, we need to open the camera. Then we can either swipe down on the camera preview, or we can tap on this arrow at the top of the screen. And there we go, in here we have settings. So first we have the photo category, where we can toggle the watermark. Of course, we can edit the watermark itself as well. We can edit the information about it. We can make some further adjustments. And as you can see, there are many different watermarks that we can use. Over here we have AI recommendations, which include the automatic night mode, the extended depth of field, the super moon option, ultra zoom, and the QR code scanner and notifications about orientation. Of course, all of these options, as you can see, can be toggled quite easily, and if needed, you can read the description for each of these features. Now, over here we have the setup for the main camera default focal distance, so you can decide what should be the default focal distance over here. And then we have the image format, so we can easily save our photos using the JPG format, or you can save it using the HEIF format. Besides that, we can go to the picture quality and adjust it quite easily, although most likely you want to keep it using the high option. Then we have the mirroring preference, so usually it is selected to be the face, but we can also switch it to average, so we can use the entire scene to create an average for the final exposure setting. Then we have selfie settings, where we can toggle the mirror effect for the front camera. We can also remove moles, and there's also smart aperture for group photos. So when taking group photos in the portrait mode, the front camera will automatically select an aperture value to ensure the clarity of multiple faces. After that, we can find the shutter type, where we have a couple of different ways to capture a photo. We can, for example, enable tap to take a photo, so you can tap anywhere on the preview of the camera in order to take a photo. There is also the palm shutter, so you can show your hand to the front camera and start a timer. We have the audio, so we have a voice command. We can say cheese out loud in order to capture a photo as well. And there is also additional shutter, which is presented over here. We can simply take out the shutter button and position it in pretty much anywhere on the screen. Of course, we still have the main shutter button in its standard position, but there is additional one where we can place it anywhere. Then we have the motion tracking focus available for the photo mode and the pro mode. There is also the adaptive telephoto, which switches automatically between the main and telephoto lenses based on distance and brightness. We have the option to correct lens distortion. We can display parameters like the focus picking. We can enable exposure verification, and there is also the histogram. And there is also the fast shot setting, which redirects us to the lock screen settings. And over here, we should be able to decide if you want to take a photo, if you want to open the camera, or turn it off. And the fast photo is pretty simple. When the screen is locked, you can double press the volume down button to either open the camera or take a photo. You can of course deactivate this shortcut completely. Alright, so this is it for the photo section. Now let's move on to the video. And here we have the video encoder, so you can choose if you want to save it using the HEVC format or H.264. Then we have audio settings, where we have the smart noise reduction. This allows you to reduce the noise when recording videos. We have dimensional immersive audio, live in-ear monitor, and source tracking options as well. We have once again motion tracking focus, this time for videos, and it is available in the video mode and the pro video mode. We can also record videos using Dolby Vision, which is available in 4K 60 frames per second in video and pro video mode. We have adaptive telephoto, so just like in the case of the photo mode, here we can also automatically switch between the main and telephoto lenses. Display parameters, which is pretty much exactly the same thing as in the photo mode, but in addition to that, we have the waveform and audio histogram as well. So we can see the left and right channel input of the audio. And we have automatic frame rate, which allows the phone or the camera to reduce frame rate for videos in low light or high temperature environments automatically. Now, if we switch to general, we can find a couple of additional helpful tools, like for example, grid lines over here. We can choose one of these two. We have also the option to activate the center mark and the leveler or straighten. There is also the screensaver, so when you use the camera for over 3 minutes, then the screensaver will be displayed to save the battery. We have preserve settings, so you can decide which options should be left as they are. So whenever you exit the camera and return to it, all these settings over here, whatever you set up in the camera, is going to be kept. So you won't have to set up the camera once again. Now, besides that, we have the feature layout, so we can decide what should be easily accessible, which camera modes. So you can choose them and, for example, drag them to the bottom of the screen so you can easily open them. We have the camera modes section where you can decide how you want to access additional camera modes. By default, we have to swipe up from the section where we have the row with the camera modes, but we can also add the More tab, so this is like a more classic style. Then over here we have the camera UI color, so you can choose the accent color in the camera app. A pretty simple setting. We have the shutter sound, where we can decide what should be the sound of the camera when we take a photo. So you can tap on them in order to hear that click, the shutter sound, so the sound that the camera makes when we take a photo. And also we have once again shutter sound option, this time with a switcher. So this option simply deactivates the sound or turns it on. So if you want to mute the sound completely, you can turn this option off. We can also go to volume buttons function in order to decide what should happen when you use volume up or volume down while being in the camera. So by default it is used as a timer. We can also set it to zoom, so you can zoom in using volume up and zoom out using volume down. We can also set it as a shutter option, and if you press and hold, then we can also switch it to the burst shot or 15-second video. And of course, we can just completely deactivate a camera feature, any of the camera features, and just switch it to volume. So you can just volume up or volume down the media on your phone. And besides that, we can save location information. So whenever you take a photo or record a video, if you go to the details of that file, then you will see the information about the location where the photo was taken or where the video was recorded. And besides that, we can find other settings, like for example the pocket mode, where we can lock touch gestures when the phone is placed in a pocket while being in the camera. We have anti-banding option. We can check for updates for the camera, and we can also restore default settings. And that is pretty much everything in the case of the camera settings. But of course, in addition to that, different camera modes have additional options as well. Like for example, in the photo mode here, we have the motion capture, we have the flashlight, we have the dynamic shot, we have Leica selection. I mean the style of our photos, whether it is the vibrant or the authentic one. We have the exposure selection and so on and so forth. And this is just the photo. Of course, we can tap on this arrow in order to find the HDR, super macro, aspect ratio, photo resolution, timer, and watermark setting. As for the video mode, if you are interested in that, of course, we can adjust the resolution and the frame rate for our videos. But besides that, we can also access the super macro mode. We can adjust the aspect ratio. We can activate the shoot steady, the teleprompter, and the night mode. And that is pretty much it. Leave a like and subscribe.